Hello, good morning. I hope you are doing well today, wherever you are. We are going to do another video of 3 looks of work from home makeup. Today is a little bit different. I do have to go to a meeting that will have several bigwigs from up the chain in the company. So I want to do something a little bit softer, keep things just a little more tame for the day. So today I am going to be using the Samarian Sunset palette by Adept Cosmetics. I believe this palette is based off a drink from Star Trek The Next Generation. I'm not overly familiar with Star Trek The Next Generation. I am more familiar with Voyager or Deep Space Nine. I am going to start with the shade Darmok, I believe, and I'm going to take that on a large fluffy brush and start to blend that into my outer corner and bring it into my crease.
I've got sunshine, I've got you now. My body on body, oh, body on body, oh, body on body, oh, body on body. I know love now, and you're stuck in my mind. My body on body, oh, body on body, oh, body on body, oh, body on body.
Now going in with the shade Gelad on a smaller fluffy brush, and I am just going to blend the edges of Darmok and bring that a little bit further into the inner part of my crease. Now I'm going to prep my eyes for the shimmers with some NYX glitter primer, and I'm going to use the shades Lol, I think, and Risa. I'll put Lol on the outer part of my lid and Risa on the inner part.
Small town, big crowd, and there you were in front of me. Small talk, big thoughts, all we wanted was to escape. This sounds too small for dreams like this. Don't wanna settle down, don't wanna miss out on adventures, things we haven't seen. Take my hand and follow me. Baby, we're leaving at midnight. It's time for a change, let's get out of here. We'll never look back, this is our time. We're leaving at midnight, leaving at midnight.
And taking Risa on a small fluffy brush and just blending that upwards a little bit and in with that lighter green shade Gelad in the crease. And dipping back into Darmok And I'm just going to re-intensify the outer corner and bring that along my lower lashes a little bit. Going back in with the shade Gelad, I'm going to put that along the inner part of my lower lash line. For my inner corner, I am going to take the matte shade Wicked from the Trick or Treat palette by Odin's Eye and Angelica Nyqvist. I used a nude eyeliner in my waterline and went in with the Solar Flare blush palette by Blend Bunny Cosmetics and Ellis Atlantis, and I used all three shades.
I don't even know what I get in your head. Seeking your attention, but simple instead. 'Cause I hope you look my way, but no, you didn't even see me gaze yesterday. Feeling every day like I'm going insane. 'Cause you and I are something I wish for every day. So I hope you look my way, but yeah, she didn't even see me gaze yesterday. 'Cause I know I am nobody to you, and it feels just like you want me to go now. But I hope you slow it down, hope you slow it down. 'Cause what I really need is your time, so will you like me like that? Just like that. Like me like that. Just like that.
For highlight, I'm going in with my Rare Beauty highlighter in Enlighten. And after I get it where I want it, I will clean off the brush and blend it out so it's not quite as harsh.
Like me like that. Just like that. Like me like that.
And this is the finished look. I really like the way it turned out, and I think it was just enough color for me for the day. I probably could have got away with more, but I was playing it safe in this case.
'Cause I hope you look my way, but no, you didn't even see me gaze yesterday. Feeling every day like I'm going insane. 'Cause you and I are something I wish for every day. So I hope you look.
Welcome back to day 2 of my 3 days of work from home makeup. Today is also a little different. I am working from home most of the day. I do have to leave for an appointment, so I will be out and about today as well. And to start off, I'm priming my eyes with my white base from Louise. And today I will be using the Cyborg Choir palette from Adept Cosmetics.
Just like that. Like me like that.
Starting off with the shade 77, I am going to pack that into my outer corner and get the shape I like and start to blend that out.
'Cause I know Small town, big crowd, and there you were in front of me. Small talk, big thoughts, all we wanted was to escape. This sounds too small for dreams like this. Don't wanna settle down, don't wanna miss out on adventures, things we haven't seen. Take my hand and follow me. Baby, we're leaving midnight. It's time for a change, let's get out of here. We'll never look back, this is our time. We're leaving at midnight, leaving at midnight.
Now taking a little bit more of my white eye base, I'm going to pop that into my inner corner to give the shade I want to put there a really good chance to pop and stand out. And now I'm going to pack the shade 7 right on my inner corner.
To dream big is no sin. The sky has no limit, yeah, we're free. This sounds too small for dreams like this. Don't wanna settle down, don't wanna miss out on adventures, things we haven't seen.
And now prepping my eyes for the shimmer shades with some NYX glitter primer. I'm just going to tap that out on both of my lids and make sure there's no creases. And first going in with the shade Pixelated Pulse. And I'm going to put that on the outermost part of my lid since it is the deepest shade. And the sparkles in these shimmers are absolutely outstanding. So many of them look like holochromes and they are breathtaking. Now going in with the shade Mechanical Muse, and I'm going to put that on the inner part of my lid. And finally for the shimmers, I am going to take the shade Binary Beat and I'm going to take it on a small fluffy brush and blend it in the inner part of my crease over those two shimmers. And now going back in with the shade 7 to re-intensify my inner corner, and I'm going to drag that up a little bit into that very innermost part of my crease. You might be able to hear my dog playing with her puzzle. She's trying to get treats out of some cylinders. and re-intensifying my outer corners with the shade 77, and then taking the shade Robotic Fusion, and I'm going to put that on the inner part of my lower lash lines and blend that with the blue.
You didn't even see me gazes today. Feeling every day like I'm going insane. 'Cause you and I are something I wish for every day. So I hope you look my way, but yeah, you didn't even see me gazes today. 'Cause I know I am nobody to you, and it feels just like you want me to go now. But I hope you slow it down, hope you slow it down, 'cause what I really need is your time.
And now taking my Blend Bunny and Ellis Atlantis blush palette in Lunar Eclipse, and I will be using all 3 shades.
Just like that. Like me like that. Oh, really like that. Just like that. Just like that. Like me like that. Like me like that. Just like that. Slow it down. Oh, 'cause I know I am nobody to you. And it feels just like you want me to go now. But I hope you slow it down. Hope you slow it down. 'Cause what I really need is your time. So will you like me like that? Will you like me like that? Just like that. Just like that. Like me like that. Like me like that. Just like that.
For highlighter, I will be using this blue one from Odin's Eye Cosmetics. I don't believe this is available anymore, but if it is excellent quality.
Like me like that.
And this is the final look. I really like how this turned out. This is the second time I think I've played with this palette, and it is absolutely phenomenal.
Small talk, big thoughts. All we wanted was to escape. This sounds too small for dreams like this. Don't wanna settle down, don't wanna miss out on adventures, things we haven't seen.
Welcome back to day 3 of work from home makeup. I'm going to start by priming my eyes with my white eye base from Louise. Today I'm going to be using the Flying Fiddles palette from Adept Cosmetics. I'm thinking I would like to play with some of the green shimmers, but to keep it from being overly green, I might throw in some of the kind of brownish burgundy tones. To start, I'm going to take the shade Daylily, and I am going to take that on a big fluffy brush, and I am going to start blending that on the outer part of my lid and blend that up into the outer part of my crease.
Too small for dreams like this. Don't wanna settle down, don't wanna miss out on adventures, things we haven't seen. Take my hand and follow me. Baby, we're leaving midnight. It's time for a change, let's get out of here. We'll never look back, this is our time. We're leaving at midnight, leaving at midnight.
Today I did find I struggled to get my shapes to be similar. I'm not bothered by that they didn't match, but they didn't really look related at the end of the day. Next, going into the shade Tan Toffee Rose, and I'm going to take that on a smaller blending brush, and I am just going to pop that into the middle to inner part of my crease. Now using the shade Green Kelly, I am going to put that along my lower lash line. I didn't want to get too carried away with it, so I used my smallest shading brush from Crystal Lee Cosmetics, and that did the trick of keeping it a little closer to the lash line and not as blown out. Now prepping my eyes for shimmers with some NYX glitter primer. And I'm just going to pat that out and make sure there are no creases. The first shimmer I will be using is Pom Pom Button, and I will be putting that on the outermost part of my lid. And I'm kind of taking that on a bit of an angle. Now going in with the shade Daffodil, I'll be putting that on the inner part of my lid. And now going in with the shade Yellow Bronwyn, and I'm going to put that in my inner corner and also put that just in the inner part of my crease and along the inner part of my lower lash line.
Small town, big crowd, and there you were in
Now dipping back into the shade Daylily on that first big fluffy blending brush and intensifying the outer corner once again.
Things we haven't seen. Take my hand and follow me. Baby, we're leaving midnight. It's time for a change.
Now going back into the Blend Bunny and Ellis Atlantis Solar Flare blush palette, and once again I will be using all three shades.
Hands up, such a rush. I love having you here with me. To dream big is no sin. The sky has no limit, yeah, we're free. This town's too small for dreams like this. Don't wanna settle down, don't wanna miss out on adventures, things we haven't seen.
For highlight, I am using the shade Diamond Dasher from Kaleidos Makeup.
It's time for a change, let's get out of here. We'll never look back, this is our time. We're leaving at midnight, leaving at midnight.
And this is the finished look. I do like the way it turned out. And I like all three looks. I didn't start this intending to use Adept palettes all 3 days, but I'm happy I did. I had a lot of fun with them, and I can't wait to do this again. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic day.